Hello and welcome to my new devlog. Today I want to show you the battle system in my indie game called MonTamer. A battle system can be the heart of a game, while there are certainly other important aspects to a game like story, gameplay, etc. The battle system is what can make or break it for many players. But coming up with a good battle system is very difficult, since it has to be both challenging and enjoyable, and it should have a good balance between strategy and action. In my indie game, I have decided to implement two battle systems that each offer a different experience to the player. So first, let's look how the battle systems work. The first battle system is a classic round-based RPG battle system that is typical for monster taming games like MonTamer. You will have a team of mons that is fighting against the opponent's team. In MonTamer, there will be herd battles, where multiple monsters will attack you at once and you have to defend yourself against them. Currently, there can be battles up to 6 vs 6 monsters in the classic battle system, but I have not made a final decision on the amount yet. It could be reduced to 3 vs 3, allowing you to swap out monsters to react to type advantages. I will need to playtest it more to see all the upsides and downsides of a round-based battle system, with each side having 6 or 3 units on the field. The second battle system is a grid battle system, which will allow for far more strategic complexity in battles. Each round has a spawn phase and a battle phase. You can move a mon and attack only once per round with each mon. I am currently struggling with the decision of whether a unit should have 2 actions each round, so the player can decide if he wants to attack twice, move twice, or move and attack once with each unit. What do you think about that? Feel free to give me suggestions in the comment. The reason why I have implemented a grid battle system is that it allows for far more strategic gameplay. In addition to the main goal, defeating your opponent's monsters, I will be able to assign other goals and objectives to battles, like you have to defeat that specific monster of the opponent's team, or take over this part of the battle map. You can also make type movement constraints. For example, there will be cells on the grid that are water type, like a sea or a river, and only water type or flying type monsters can walk or fly over them. As a result, when starting a battle where you know there will be a lot of water type cells, for example, you must carefully choose which mons to bring with you into that specific battle. This will give your team more rotation. Unlike other monster taming games, you won't have only one core team that will never change. But of course, you can do that anyway if you prefer and like challenges. Also, abilities will have more attributes and therefore differ more from each other. There will be area of effect abilities that will attack multiple units at once. Depending on the difficulty level you have chosen, friendly fire will be active, so you have to be careful with your AoE attacks. Currently, you can set it up that when you choose a cell, the unit on this cell will take the most damage, while units that are farther away from this target cell will get less damage. You can set up damage reduction per cell distance in the database editor. 20% means that a unit that is 1 cell away from the target cell but still within the AoE zone will take 20% less damage than if it would be on the target cell. A unit 2 cells away will take 40% less damage, and so on. That can be set up for each ability differently. Now, when will which battle system take effect? I plan to give the decision to the player. At the beginning of a new game, the player will be asked which battle system he wants to use. The options will be as follows. First, only the classic battle system. Second, only the grid battle system. Or third, classic battle system for wild encounters and the grid battle system for tamer battles. The third one will be the default one. Encounters with a wild monster will use the classic round-based battle system we all know, with some differences like cooldown times for abilities, etc. Tamer battles, on the other hand, will use the grid battle system. But in the end, each player can choose what he or she likes the most. This will add a replayability aspect to my game that many other games don't have. I have currently completed both battle systems to the point where you can fight a battle from the beginning to the end. There are still some open questions and problems I have to find a solution for though. For example, if you somehow manage to defeat all the units of your opponent in a grid battle, you will camp before the spawn points of your opponent, waiting for the next spawn phase just to bash all your attacks on that single unit that got spawned this round. This could decide a match very early, so I have to make up some countermeasures for that. One possibility is that a tamer can summon as many units as he wants until he reaches the opponent's count. If one tamer has 3 units on the field and the other tamer has 0, because they all got defeated, he could spawn 3 units out of his reserve team in the coming spawn phase. Since I plan to make grid battles up to 10 vs 10, it could add a nice dynamic to the battles. Another option that I really like is having all the units spawn at the beginning of the battle. Each tamer selects one unit and places it after each other. Tamer A places the first unit, then Tamer B his first unit. Next Tamer A places his second unit, then Tamer B places his second unit, and so on, until all 20 units are placed. Then the battle begins between 20 units. Feel free to give feedback on that. So this is my update showing you the battle systems of MonTamer. I would appreciate it if you would follow me on YouTube, and if you are interested, I have a small Discord server where I want to discuss such things with you. Feel free to join it. Thank you for watching. I have a quick question and I need your help. I'm currently trying to improve the graphic style of MonTamer and I thought I would ask you about your opinion. Please tell me in the comments which style you like more, the darker or the brighter one. Oh, and don't forget to wishlist MonTamer on Steam.